Hello there, how's today? I'm Ame Gakita there. It seems like Assassin's Creed main character Yasuke is now being put into question whether does he exist or not. And actually more so that the person who wrote a book about the existence of Yasuke had kind of like run away along the line, and his social media kind of like everything just delete or whatsoever along the line. And what's more is that not only is his whatever profile he's trying to keep away has been deleted, but seems like even Nihon University themselves decided to say, hey, we're gonna delete his resume because he had lied about being a historian himself, as well as that the NHK who once created a documentary over the Yasuke book had decided to just remove their program because they realized that it was a whole lot of hoo-ha out of nowhere. Now, this is kind of interesting about this whole ordeal is that when this whole ordeal about why did he got into this mess, actually he won't get away with it if it's not for the Mercenary Kid but for Ubisoft. And it's actually kind of interesting that when you actually look at the whole thing, that Ubisoft really get him in trouble, the DEI really get him in trouble, even though he's trying to get, it was like, oh, I finally got the attention that he wanted on the line. So what went wrong? The most important thing is that the reason why he went wrong with a lot of situations is that when he actually wrote a book called Yasuke, the First Black Samurai in Japan, I mean, like, it's enticing, it's intriguing, it's entertaining, but the one funny thing is that he forgot that he actually wrote in English that is historical accurate, but in Japanese he actually purposely put work of fiction. So this is something that he had been lying to both Japan and the world, where a lot of people think that Yasuke is a real thing, but turned out that it is a work of fiction. Something that in his Japanese book he had written it carefully, whereas people think that it's real. So the question is, like, we have to ask, is Yasuke a samurai? Actually, more like the question would be, did Yasuke actually exist? Some of the Japanese people that I know very well, that I have the good time to make, like, more like, how do I say it? Have the privilege to go and ask them, as well as, I mean, like, it's kind of like I'm grateful for being a friend of them, is that when I asked them what do they think about Yasuke, initially they were like, hey, it's interesting, like a black character along the line is like you don't get to see a lot of black character always. So it's like the DEI working intentionally with giving a lot of people that, hey, there is something to it. Hey, I mean, like, when I was studying in Japan, if I have a black senpai, like, seriously a black senpai from, I mean, like, if you say that just because she is from Hawaii is not black, yeah, go and check. The last time I hear from people saying like black skin color is black, yeah, that's based on American standard, okay. So the thing is, right, if she can tell me that it's interesting as well, then I think there's nothing wrong with it. Now, the whole issue is that why we have been making noise about is about the DEI, where a lot of things is like, hey, if you think about it, isn't like Assassin's Creed a black person killing Japanese people? Isn't that just what is happening in real life world, where black is killing Asian people? And that means that racism exists not only in the present era but also in the past. And that is something that a lot of people will have to question it. Now the issue is that people is not questioning, like, did Yasuke even exist? Like, a lot of Japanese people not questioning. Like, some of them actually ask, is it really happening? Like, I even kind of like wonder, like, yeah, I mean, like, sure, I kind of like to pause to think along the line, but even I will be like hesitant to say, like, is Yasuke true really or not? Like, sure, there may be some history saying that it's true, but right now, based on this situation, it seems like there is no evidence to back it up. And what makes it even more is that if he didn't exist, then didn't Ubisoft kind of shoot themselves in the foot where they say that their story Yasuke is based on historical accuracy when there is no historical accuracy? And the funny thing is that when I ask someone about this, I sometimes ask in real life, and one of the person that actually told me this interesting thing that I never thought to think carefully, and that thing was, if you write a history, if it's historical accurate, that is history because it's something that happened. Like, one of the things that we have to know, like in Singapore, can Singapore deny that in Japan had once invaded Singapore, killing a lot of Singaporeans for 3.5 years? Can we deny that? No, it had happened in 1942 to 1945, and it happened during that period. So that is history. Now, what is fake history? It's basically when people say that, oh, Japan go to Singapore and not kill anyone and trying to make friends with Singaporean. Yeah, that is called fake history. I know this is not a very good metaphors along the line, but if you guys go and search out Japan invasion of Singapore, it is a true history. A lot of people know about that in Singapore, but not a lot of Japanese people know about it. So when a lot of Japanese people that I explain Singapore history to them, that a lot of them was actually discussed about old Japanese people because they know that this had happened in the past and they can't deny it. That is called true history. Now, fabrication by this Thomas Lockley is that he come up with the story called Yasuke is a first black samurai in Japan. And the question is, right, now we have to ask, is it true or not? If it's a fabrication of fiction or a work of fiction, then all this while where Ubisoft trying to say that it's true, where all the American people or gamers, they say, oh, it's true. Yeah, you guys have believed a liar all this while about a fake history. Oh, super lush! Isn't that very, very good? Because not only is it going to just throw all the black people of that community a freaking thing where they, oh, we can't deny that is people, there's dissatisfaction against the black community along the line. Racism is real in this world, we can understand that. But if you guys sit down and think, black people going around killing Japanese, isn't that racist? If you tell me that it's not racist, then I don't know what is the black community trying to do. I mean, like, I guess the black community can go with that. They can be racist to other people can't be racist to them along the line, and that is an issue. Because if you say that that is not racist and you are acting like a racist, yeah, people will be mad. People will still make noise. People will still go out. And that is not solving racism at the base. I've been trying to help a lot of racism situation along the line throughout my years, and it's always have been an issue. If people say that it's not an issue, then I guess it's not an issue. I really kind of give up on talking about black racism along the line, Asian racism along the line, and I feel like this is just a whole or whatever. And this is really setting a lot of things back. Now, another fun thing, if you guys saw the notice on the title, is that a lot of historian is now being a quack. I mean, like, sure, that if he actually kind of like saying that there is no proof to it, then the funny thing is that now there is a so-called accurate Japanese historian trying to say that Yasuke was a samurai. It's like, why? Because there is no evidence that he's not. So based on his logic, there's no evidence there is no stupid people in this world, right? Because there's no evidence to prove that everyone is not stupid. Because everyone is stupid, then I guess that is no evidence along the line. Like, yeah, it's really like so ridiculous. And you know, the funny thing is that I always love the wait and see approach, because it doesn't take long for people to understand that who is the historian. And turn out that the so-called historian was an ex-member of the Japanese community member who loved to make hoo-ha whatsoever. And turn out that people who defend him along the line was working for Goldman Sachs, who is a liar along the line. And then now people are saying that he's getting backlash, and it's not just because of from America, but Japanese people questioning like how true is it? The reason why I say that Japanese people are not questioning the existence of Yasuke is that it's not my own thing. If you come up with the story, like if the story about Yasuke is all fabricated by a UK so-called professor along the line, then I guess Yasuke may not be existent at all. It may be just a fake story where he trying to chase crowd so that he can get some rich and popular along the line. And the funny thing is, right, when Yasuke got into Ubisoft and in the point of view along the line, and they trying to make it a game out of it, and now the thing is, right, they blow it big, and now he got in the spotlight, he was happy about it, and now that turned out that it was all fake and he's not going to hiding along the line. Yeah, Ubisoft is really learning how to destroy all the like throwing all the liar in this world and helping us to understand that who is a liar. It's kind of funny, like Ubisoft go with the idea that they are historical accurate, and this is one thing that I actually learned from someone that is very close to home. Yes, from my mom. But the thing is that she actually say one thing about this audio when I discussed this situation with her, and she gave me one very interesting thing. if you are taking inspiration, like this is something that I said in yesterday video. If you guys are interested, go and check out that video. Link in the description below. But the thing she do say is actually more better than mine. So the thing is that she say taking inspiration or copying from history, but if you add the word work of fiction and ensuring that that people who play the game understand that there is a line drawn and there is all not real, there is not historical accurate at all, then the game is fine. But the moment the game journalist, the game company, Ubisoft, as well as this professor come up with the idea that Yasuke is historical accurate and turn out that he was lying all this while, then that is called, and they still use the word historical accurate, and now a lot of game journalists not making noise about it. They trying to keep quiet because they found out that they have been called out and they realize that they all been wrong all this time. Yeah, better call out more of the game journalists at this point of time, everyone, because the thing is, right, turn out that they are now getting into trouble. Why? Because people now understand that they can't trust game journalists, they can't trust game company as well, they can't trust historian even now. Because the thing is, right, if a person can call themselves historian and come up with the fabrication of a history, then they are not called historian in the first damn place. And if I can come up with the better history, or even, let me tell you guys, a history that is real. And again, this is something that I learned from someone. Do you want to know what is true history? Have you guys ever wondered, if you go out and ask what is a black person, the first thing in everyone's mind is not Hawaii, it's not Indian, it's not Africa. The one thing is that when a person say black people, the first impression is actually America. It's really, Indian had dark skin, they are not called black people. Africa got dark skin, no one called them black people. Hawaiian people got some black skin people, they are not called black people. The black people came from USA. And it's kind of interesting that when we look at the whole audio, right, it's kind of like funny that, do everyone ever wonder why do black people exist in America? It's because slavery. When slavery in the past happened, that people go and kidnap or drag or bring the black African people to America and use that as slave, that became a thing. That is true history. One of the president, Lincoln Abraham, he ensured the freedom of those black people and he break the slavery. That is true history. Discrimination against black people because the white people thought that they are the normal people along the line and they never like black people along the line. Some of them exist, some of them don't exist, but some of them, the behavior brought down to even to this era. Racism is a thing. That is true history. So the thing is, right, if I can come up with true history is based on true history, why those people who come up with fabrication story became history? If their fabrication or work of fiction is the history, then I guess all the anime is true. I guess all the manga is the true thing. I guess all the light novel is the true thing. I guess VTuber are real because we can go around moving around and just say that I'm a cat with 9 billion alive, and even if people kill me, I will have at least 8 billion and 999 million 999. Yeah, around I don't know what's the amount. But anyway, basically 9 billion life minus 1. That's all. So the thing is, right, I will still die if people really freaking kill me, alright? So the thing is, at the end of the day, when people come up with a lot of fabrication story about like, oh, there's no evidence that it's not something right. So it's the same thing as I mentioned. I guess that there is stupid people because there is no evidence to prove that they don't exist. Or it's just basically the person is just a liar and turn out that he wasn't a historical. Like a lot of people can call themselves historical and he's just like, oh, is it true or not? It's the same thing as like, oh, I guess I can become a doctor because I tell everyone that it is all fake. There's no covert. It's back to the same thing as when covert just happened and people say covert isn't a thing. It's really a quack. And mind you guys, there's even not a real duck in my house right now. The only duck I know in my life is basically Subaru from Hololive. So the thing is, right, all in all, this is just a whole hoo-ha all out of nowhere. And I feel like it's just basically that, do those people like Ubisoft and what's not deserve to be called out? Yes, they do. They did 100% have to be called out because they are liars. And now a lot of people in Japan is aware of it. A lot of people around the world is aware of it. But yet, there are some people who are unaware of it. And it's back to the point of we have to ask, are they even realize that they have been go around in a whole loop where they are just basically being taken for a spin, and the best spin in the whole world is actually your washing machine, because it's the only way how you wash your clothes, by spinning around. Yeah, I guess that even the amount of washing machine can do to their brain won't even clean out their stupidness at this point of time. But anyway, I mean, like, this is just my speculative thought, just a random chat. If you would agree or disagree, just write in the comment below, we can discuss it further. But if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that sometimes never makes sense, or sometimes it can be follow a random topic. But till then, one of the things that is totally not random is, I hope you guys have a nice day or night.